Hey, water people, I'm Melanie Florence, and this is Hot Tea for the Soul. It's a Valentine's Weekly edition. So, if you are watching this, you are a water element person with a lot of water element in your charts, and I got a thing on a spring, or you are looking at your emotional life, but all of the readings this week are because I'm doing it with a little bit of love in the mix, looking at how we're looking at it. So, I read the Greenwood Tarot. I've been reading it for 25 years. I do personal readings, and I will send them as a video link for YouTube to you. So, book in if I can send them to you within 24 hours. So, I will be adding some extra cards into the mix just so we can build up what the energy is around us this time of year. We do have the Chinese New Year, so I've added a couple of Tao and Buddhism cards into the mix so that we can, have that energy with us this week. New moon, had a lot go on. A lot of it all coincides, coincidentally. Ooh, coincidence. So, I'm going to start with the love deck. It's a heart and soul deck by Tone and Carbon Cell. I just love it. And I've used it in a lot of my readings. And if you are looking for something just to think about every day, oh, that was a red-eye bird. This is a deck, great deck, to give a little bit of love. Let's see what we got. Within the transcendental realm of your soul are the endless universes, each inconceivably vast and at the same time inconceivably small. Even the tiniest particle of subatomic matter, even in the tiniest particle of subatomic matter, there is an endless expansion. Creation is a cosmic motion picture which you are both the director and the actor. Look within and express outwardly the endless waves of love within you. May your love embrace the earth and fill all of creation. Ooh, put it in the well. Look at that, the never ending. All right, in the transcendental realm of your soul, there are endless universes of love and ripple effect of love. Oh, look at that water piece. Oh, what a Sprites. Earth Magic. I usually have some Australian decks in here. This week I'm just throwing in a different pile because we've got a different thing going on. So, we have fairies. Fairies in your realm. What have we got? Earth Magic. This is the Earth Magic card. So this is really like taking your sprite and taking your fairy sprite out there and really getting involved in your earth magic, getting connected with that endless love that you can embrace the earth with in all of your creation. This is a bit of a manifestation of your earth magic in little fairies and pixies. So I got a lot of fairies and pixie cards because I do a bit of like fairy stuff, and I like that the Greenwood sort of connected to those Wiccan and pagan elements. And here we are. There's in this a little bit of fairy just for you. So. A little bit of earth magic, putting out there your earth love. What have I got from the, this is the Untitled Soul. And that just jumped out. If you go very deep, that is where you live. You live in the seat of consciousness. A true spiritual being lives there, without effort and without intent. If you go very deep, that is where you live. You live within your seat of consciousness. A true spiritual being lives there without effort and without intent. From the untethered soul, awaken your consciousness. All right, so you don't have to try. I think we're all trying too hard. And it's like you just have to connect. Connect with something that's really meaningful to you, right? There it is. Look within and express outwardly the endless waves of love within you. Alright, and put your little fairy twist on it. Add a bit of fairy magic. Alright, I did do a self-love. I do a self-love reading, the Sweet Hot Tea. And in that, I've done it as a picker pile. I used like a lot of decks, and then I piled up the decks, and that's went from there. So you can pick like a Care Bear or a Troll or my little Woodland Nymph, and they're all different readings. So they're all self-love that sort of came about. Oh, there's your card. This is the second time, actually. Aww. That's really cute. Unconditional love. To love means to cherish, to be compassionate, to be of service, to be tolerant, and to be wise. Venerable Master King's Young. Anyway, Young. Unconditional love is free-flowing, positive energy. You can only feel this love by expressing it. The more you give your love unconditionally, the more your heart is able to connect with this pure, nurturing, universal force. Love is the true essence that sustains lives. It's a cultivating card. What you put out, you get in. That's a harvest card. It's like what you put in, you're going to get out. All right, never ending, unconditional. You got your fairy magic. Go deep within. It's easy for you to connect with that and have those waves of love. We've got those waves of love again. I love this. We're having a love reading and a lot of love coming up. All right, so let's go into the Greenwood. After that, I'm going to do the individual star signs. And just for this week, I'm going to add singles, whole people, and I'm going to add and partnerships. So I'm going to have the 2 in the end. So so for each individual star signs, check it out in the timestamps. You can skip to your star sign when we get to the end. Thank you for being here. Please hit like and subscribe. I'm going to turn this down so you can see the reading build up on the table. Okay. So I've been doing lots of different readings. After this, I'm going to be doing a hot tea for partnerships because we're on Valentine's Day. On Valentine's week, let's do it. What's our love? What's our present state for love this week? It's very practical, very pragmatic. This is heaven on earth, building your heaven on earth, turning over your stones, using your skills, like really digging deep and starting to maybe take the skills of what you've been doing, like taking everything that you've invested in yourself and bringing your heaven to earth, really making the money. This is really about putting your nose to the grindstone sort of stuff just there. All right, so this is present state. The next is your spiritual mediator. It's the next card that you need to meditate on. What are people? Ooh, justice. A reef, what you sow, what you put in is what you get out. This is an unconditional love card again and again, right? Justice is about the tree that you have built. So it's like when we water our tree, the depths of our roots and the fruit of our tree are really related. It's like, what you put in to nurture the soil, to nurture the roots, becomes what the tree and the leaves and everything above. So what's below the earth is above the earth. This is like a heaven on earth thing. This is bringing it in. This is the justice of everything that you've done, the fruits of your labor. What you put in is what you put out. Okay, so this is a karma card. You get what you put in. The next card is our conscious will. It's what you consciously think about it. We're going to talk about the unconscious over here, but this is what we consciously think about what's going on. Water peeps. All right, so not over there. Oh, wow, there's an ending. There's an ending of something that you have been through. It's like, maybe there was an end of a path. Maybe there was an end of a life. Maybe there was night. And we go through this winter. And we get messages from our soul. These bones are the bones we take to make our rebirth in our cups, in our 8 of cups. But the emotional rebirth. This is a real, what we have is the bones of what our lives were, and then we pick from that to nurture ourselves, to make our spring. And every time there comes a spring. But this is a cycle. So the end of something has come, and you're using a pragmatic way of how you're going to work with this. Okay. That's what you know. Do you know that there's an ending? And you're consciously making that happen. What is the unconscious, what is the driving force in this situation? What is the driving force of this situation? What's the source of your power? All right, what's driving you? What's driving water peeps this week? With their love. All right, what's driving them with their love this week? Oh, okay, this is a balance. This is a balance of our light and our dark. This is a balance of our decisions of faith and what we've put in. And this is about finding spiritual fulfillment. So this is an endless universe. And there's all this time that you've got. So this is our creation and what we've put into motion. You go deep inside of you and you find what this is. And you let go of all of that. And without effort, you can find what is your fulfillment from the decisions that you've made. Okay, of faith, fire, faith. This is a joyous position. This is what's driving you, is to find spiritual fulfillment of your passions and your desires. Unconscious empathy. We talked about our conscious, what's been going on in the conscious, what unconsciously is going on. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This is connecting to your divine feminine. This is connecting to a spiritual realm. This is connecting to that spot. This is taking this earth magic, and this is really, embracing it all, embracing that love. This is that embodiment of this spiritual drive. This is embodiment of this spiritual passion, really in this feminine design. So really looking into, things that are of a spiritual nature to find what are the different passions inside of you. And this seer is there for you on this guide, and that's where you've been going through. So this death is of old things that may be superficial to be finding fulfillment of things that actually are more of a very spiritual, divine nature. That's your unconscious. All right, so what do we need to work on? What's our challenge? What do we need to work on? Ooh, all right, really expressing this. This is this balance. If this is divine feminine, this is our earthly feminine, right? This is our Virgo. This is like really expressing it all with love. And we see in the middle of this is like, so this is abundance, and this is an expression of the path in the middle in there with a breath of fresh air. And so as much as we've got an exosteric nature, there's a way and there's this path that we need to be able to express that with love on our physical nature and bring that as a physical abundance. And how do we bring that? How do we express that? And it's an expression of everything we be able to believe. So it's a fulfillment of being able to express. So you want to be able to find that balance between your physical and your spiritual being. Is what's going on there, and the fruits of your labor and the abundance for what you've put in. All right, this is something really loving and earthly loving. You can't be disconnected from your spirit inside of this, and this is what this is. This is our spirit here and our earthly being, and you can't have a disconnect when you're trying to find your fulfillment. You're looking for a balance between these two things. This is what you're looking for, this balance between the two things. So if you're being all in your spiritual head, you really need to be all in your practical as well, because you want to bring this into abundance. And it's really like very focused about, you've got to be able to bring your divine and actually be able to apply it into the physical world. All right. Okay. The next card is what's going to help. What's our help? So this is what we need to work on. It's what we've got to work with, our healing element. What have we got to work with? What's our healing element for the water peeps this week? From our mermaids and water sprites. Ooh, okay. This is really getting connected with this exosteric nature. So this is a water element king. And the king has gone through the challenges of getting, his heart knocked down again. And he really is like connected with the things that are meaningful to the heart. He's able to express that. He's able to connect that euphoric nature. He's not a knight. He's like really looking at how to apply this. And so this may be stepping and taking a real masculine to your water element, obviously, so that you can apply this in a real world, that people can feel this in this practical world, that people can feel your exosteric, yes. And so, how you're going to express this is through this a bit masculine masculine love, right? Sort of thing. But a strong, stable, expressing love, expressing happiness, support, those sort of things. And you're going to feel that support on a real love level. That could be somebody that you're involved with. Could be you, could be somebody that you're involved with. There's a balance just here as well, but this is really staying connected with your earthy. While you really connect with your healing element, it's got this nice watery, overflowy, euphoric nature to this king, because he's confident in his love. What's the outcome this week for the water element? Ooh. Taking spiritual responsibility. All right, these are not burdens. These are choices. These are the things that we choose to carry. These are the sticks. These are the things that we choose to respect. These are the things that we choose to defend. These are the things that we draw the line with. And this is when you take them home, this responsibility. This is carrying that, taking them because they're yours. All right, if there's somebody else's, please hand their stick back to them. They get to carry their own burdens. All right. Right, it's a burden if it's somebody else. It's a responsibility if it's yours. And it's something that you want to uphold and upkeep and have in your life. So this is a real nice spot where we've trying to gain fulfillment, but we're taking responsibility for our spiritual path and how we're interacting. All right, so there is a moment in here that you need to express yourself well from love and from the heart, like, and what your responsibilities to this are, what you feel your place in this is, where your creation is. All right, so it's a cosmic motion picture, which you are both the director and you are the actor. Where is your relationship to these responsibilities? All right, because you know this is a very strong, stable situation here. Okay, there's a balance between your masculine feminine on a couple of levels, on an earthly level and on an emotional level and on a spiritual level, all going on just in these cards, just here, creating that balance, right? If you go very deep, that's where you live. You live in the seat of consciousness. A true spiritual being lives there, without effort, without intent. All right. You know who you are and where you've come to. Okay, so thank you for still being here. I am going to now put individual star signs over the top of this. So the first one is going to be, in our order, is going to be Cancer. So I'm going to do singles, whole being, thing, and then partnerships. All right, so tune in. I am going to do a hot tea after this so that I can have that out, probably coming out with this. So partnerships, and that's where, you know, you, them, the relationship. All right, we already got one out for Cancer. Here we are, singles. Ooh, physical challenge. All right, so this is where we bunny up. All right, this is sometimes about money, but this is about smashing your planets together. This is about making physical motion. This is really about taking on as a physical thing. You know, this is really the Mad March hairs, but it is really taking on that physical challenge in the physical realm. You can't back off from this. This is taking it on. This is Saturn and Jupiter, so smashing together. And it's about creation and money, your karma and stuff, but creating in your physical world. Like, the card after this is creation, so this is the challenge to take that one, your foundation, and take that challenge to then go to make it into something creative. But this is that charge there. It's charged to earth just there. Okay, 2 more for Cancer. 1 is the loneliest number that you ever knew. 2. No, come on, Cancer, 1 more. Ah. Ooh, reflection. So this is where we take, and frustration. Okay, so you're looking back at the past. So frustration, this is a 5. This is of the head. This is the air. So this is of the mind. And it's like arrows are fucking flying off everywhere and they're not hitting the target at all. And you can't get it to go anywhere. And this is really of the senses when we're talking about 5. So you can sense it. You got to put out ideas. You really do need to air them out sometimes. But this frustration, you can really feel it because it's of the senses, right? And so there's a lot of like just things being punched around. So it's like, this is, as much as this is physical challenge, it's like a lot of ideas not going anywhere. But you're still in, this is a moment of transition. This is a moment of, see the mind in here. The mind is this transition. This is going from one spot to another when you let it go. And this is emotional attachments of the past. This is this is the queen of water, like in here with this heron. But this is, you know, when you hold up the emotions and you're in this moment that you can just reflect on it, you're reflecting it without being attached to what it was. And so it's like really what you're going through is detaching from the emotions of what this was. This is a transition of the mind, and there's a lot going on in there, and arrows aren't hitting their target, right? But it's just a time to take on this physical challenge. All right, that's what you've got, singles, this week. Our whole people, we're in a transition, all right? This is the hangman. The hangman is literally the moment where we stop and we can free to leave, but it's where you are looking at it from a different perspective. You're taking the emotions away from it, okay? And taking on this physical challenge. So this is a lot of nervous energy, but this is a lot of physical, like get up and rumble stuff. So somewhere in the middle, you need to let go of the emotions that were attached to things in this transition and change your mind. Let go of the emotions and change your mind. But this is release your frustrations inside of this transition. Take it on physically. Woo! Maybe you went through a physical transition and we're left with you got a physical challenge that's been a transition, and you're left with all these frustrations still not hitting its mark. Okay. All right, so partners. Let's go. Partners. 1. Already out. Let's do 2, 3. Okay. Dedication. This is dedication of your mind. This is dedication of all of the different things. You get this inspiration and you hone it in and you make it a dedicated effort to move forward. All right, so you can bring yourself into focus after, you go through the different struggles that you might go through. This is actually bringing everything into a dedicated effort in your mind. Arrows, mind, all right? So of air, of the mind. All right, so what's next? Because there's a celebration to be had. This is a dedication to perhaps a marriage. This is a celebration. This is 4 of Wands. It's about wall. It's about the faith. It's about spirit. So 4 walls. I mean, like you've got 4 sticks and you can make your foundations out of that. And so every 4 is like that. One is protection. Another one is rest in your mind. It's all a rest spot. But this one is actually a spot of celebration. This is where everybody dances around the fire with the love of our spirit and our passion and our drive and our desire. Because this is the 4 of Wands. Wands is faith and fire and passion and desire. And so there's something to celebrate in here with you dedicated to in your relationships. Cancer. Ooh, people are going to be a bit jelly. People are a bit jelly. This is 3 conversations. This is conversations that need to get to the heart of the matter. This can be that things need to be talked out to resolve jealousy that may not exist inside this. So you are dedicating what those thought processes and actually talking about things. All right. So in the 2, we literally are. It's injustice. There's no balance. We don't see something. In the 3, we actually see it. So it may be third party energy inside of this situation, and there may be somebody that needs to be dedicated so that they can achieve this. But this for me literally is going, there's something dedicated heart, and there might be a bit of jealousy, but there might be just things that need to be aired. Like getting to the heart of the matter is what the inside of that card is that you need to talk over. This is a talking card. All right. This is very interesting, Cancer. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to do a partnership read. Hot tea will come out this afternoon. I hope that you have a great Valentine week and New Year and happy Ox to you, Cancer. I will catch you on the flip side. Thank you very much. Next, I have Cancer, Scorpio. Let's go, Scorpio. Let's go, Scorpio. 1, 2. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? 2, 1 more. This is for the whole singles, the single people this Valentine week. What do we got going on? Ooh, 4 for the Scorpio. All right. 4 for the Scorpio singles. Passion, heart fire, bringing your faith, bringing all these things, this responsibility, what you have driving for success, this fulfillment of this kundalini. Literally, we have, this is where you turn all these wands into your heart and you really work out what the hearth fire is and how you bring that heaven to earth inside of what your faith and your passion and your spirit are. Because you've got this drive. So with this 3, we got this 5. So you got this again with this hearth fire. This is passion. This is power. This is taking your passion and your spirit and your drive and your desire and really turning that around. So here we have some physical healing. All right. So this is being connected to your, got some power in your passion to do this. This is of the stones. We've got the 7, a healing element. This is where we connect to our soul and our spirit, and we have this spirit guide that we really do like to spend that little bit of time to heal our physical being, and reconnect it to our spiritual being, because we've got a lot of spirit and drive going on here to drive this fulfillment. And there's a lot of attraction to this. All right, and so you can see inside of there, the 3rd energy that's created. We have 2 beings that are inside of this, 2 cups, and this 3rd energy that created that fills these cups is love. All right, but this is an energy of attraction. So all of this passion, inspire, and healing yourself, Scorpio, is really going to help your heart and find the attraction to the things that really do fill your cup. Long, strong energies in here, really passionate, fulfillment energy. If you add the 3 to this, we've got that hearth fire again. All right, but there is that nice strong spot of taking a moment to heal yourself, to ground your energies in the world, like reconnect your root chakra with your spirit being and your physical being. And here we have a balance that creates traction, that fills our cups. Scorpio, passionate, passionate, passionate for our surprise, our water week for our Valentine's week and New Year. Okay, I'm going to give 3 cards for the Scorpios in partnerships. What do we got? 1, Scorpio in partnerships this week. What do we got? Scorpio in partnerships this week. What have we got? Not taking all of those. I am taking that one. I might take that one. King was there, and generosity. Expressing your generosity is also here. Scorpio got a lot of cards this week. Okay. Alright. So we have this inspired queen. So this might be you. This might be somebody that you know. Alright, so this inspired queen of wands. She's passionate. She has faith. She is driven. She'll stand up for what she believes in. She has rebirth. She's fertile. She'll go out in the world and actually stand by her word, stand by her passion, stand by her heart. This queen is strong, and she has the ability to really heal with her heart and her spirit, but she will back herself, right? And so we then have the Hermit. So this is a trip inside. This is a trip to yourself. So this may be that you've been hermiting away from this person, or you are this person and you're taking a hermitage, but being a partnership, it's maybe that somebody's been withdrawn. This is like, you know, we're taking our spirit back into our world tree, and our path is led back to take a moment to redraw and really think about what those things are that are meaningful. What is it, that light that you carry within inside of you, Scorpio? And here we're going to find out, because there's inspiration. So there's a lot of inspiration about this hermitage. Like, there's a lot of inspiration. There's a fire element, child, a fire element, woman. Like, these are messages of faith. These are messages of little messages. I see this guy like a ping pong, like a ferret chasing a ping pong ball in a filing cabinet, just chasing around his spirituality, working out what that is, turning the rocks over inside of this, taking our light inside of our tree. All right, but we have one more. There's a spiritual clearance. There's a spiritual backburning. You don't have to be like what somebody believes of you. This card really talks about taking and knowing what that is, and pruning your garden, your spiritual garden, like, and cleaning it out and healing yourself, and taking that and burning out the things that don't serve you. You are not the rigid concept of what you believe of yourself, and you are not the rigid concept of what anybody else believes of you. Like, so sometimes you've got to actually let go of the things that aren't serving you, and what those are that you need to, like, those branches that you need to trim off. And it's like, you know, take that spiritual back burning and take a moment to really hone in what you believe and what your new fire is. This is a healing fire. All of these flames around you, it's around the garden, around the tree, around the hermit. It's just taking a moment to really release rigid beliefs of yourself and others, or what others have thought of yourself. All right, this is rehoning that and clearing that out so that you can have a better view of your garden. All right, you got a lot of spirit, a lot of messages around you, and this relationship is, if you're turning your back on this person, like, maybe, like, as you're pulling into this circumstance. All right, so there we are, Scorpio. There we are. Okay, Scorpio, that's big. 4 for each. There you are, Scorpio. There we go. Now I move on to Pisces. What have I got for Pisces? 3 for our whole single beings and 3 for partnerships. What have we got? 3 for ourselves and 3 for partnership. What have we got? What have we got? For our Pisces this week. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oops, excuse me. 3. Okay. 2 of wands. So we've got, what do we believe in? Holding our hands out, making decisions of faith. This is with our instinct. This is with our heart. This is with our earth magic. This is, you know, if you go very deep, that's where you live. You live in a seat of consciousness. A true spiritual being lives there without effort and without intent. I thought internet just there for a second. All right, so this is a moment. This is a moment where we stretch out our hands and we work out what we believe in. And we make choices, because those choices lead to this fulfillment of our spirit. All right, these are spiritual, passionate, what our faith is, what we believe in. All right, and this is creativity. So this can be a siblings card, but this is a real, like, throwing it together and making things and being creative with your money and being creative with what you can sell and being creative with what you can make. Like, and this is really creating in your physical world, right? And so again, this could be a siblings card, but this is really making the most of creation, to making decisions of faith that it's, so we've got a 2 and 3, making decisions of faith that are going to make creation. And we've got a reunion. We've got a reunion with childhood things, the sweet things in life. This may be reunion with a lover, which is the Two of Cups in attraction you can see up there. And sometimes that's out of boredom because that's the 4. But this is a reunion with family, with your inner child, with your, with your inner child and your where your roots are and where you come from, where this tree is and where that tree is growing in that tree of justice. All right, so Pisces, sing, oh, ho, people. All right, and 3 for partnerships. Let's go. 3 for partnerships in this week of love. Okay, so there's reconnection here. Is that one? Okay, 3 Pisces. What have we got? 1. 2 more. 2, 3. Love it. Wheel of Fortune. All right, things turn and turn. Look, this is a loom. See, as this turns, this coat is created, and it's like what we hold on to. It's what we let go. It's our traditions. It's what we believe in. It's our night. It's our day. It's, but we're talking the Wheel of Fortune just keeps on turning over with the threads that we feed into it. This is our protective, earthy, sensual queen in there, and our expressive queen in the air element just there. And as we stand inside of this and we weave our cloak, what is it that we turn? What do we hold on to? What we let go of? We're very aware of these things. Okay, all right, because we've got a little wren in the nest. This is about making home. This is about making things comfortable at home. This is about protecting children and looking after children, or an earth element child perhaps, but this is messages of strength. This is messages you might get of money and jobs and support. Like, this is about like the wren in your nest and looking after your little nest just there. All right, because things changed. There's been a blasted energy that's been blasted away. Oh, upside down. All right, things are going to change. We're blasting away from old things that we don't need. All right, this is a swift change. This energy really does kick in, and so this is blasting away from the old ways that you've been working, using your earth magic, knowing that your creation is a cosmic motion in which you are both the director and actor. It is looking within and expressing outwardly endless waves of love within you. All right, so this is really blasting away from old things. This is blasting away from old behaviors. This may be the wrens, this is the children in the nest. This may be that it's time that this is all changed. Like, so there's a blast away energy in all of this from what was happening before, right? And so this may be that it's a clearance. This energy is lightning energy. It's swift. It doesn't linger. It really is like, now this is the way it's going to be. This is how it's going to go. All right, so we know that this is, everybody's got their responsibility in this, and so what our heart desires and what our choices are to find this fulfillment inside of everything. All right, so this is strong energies, Pisces. Things have changed. You have blasted away from these things that are no longer serving you. Okay, Pisces, that's really strong energy for the end of this water reading. If you are interested in other, I've got a passion reading coming, a couple of passionate readings coming after this. I hope that you enjoy your week in the hood. I love that you have been here. Thank you very much for your support, and I will catch you later.